Hi, this is Dan. You're watching iAllegedly. Got a good one for you today because there may be another stimulus check coming your way. And it could be up to $1,400. And most likely it's not coming from the federal government, but from the state that you live in, which is pretty cool. I'm going to explain all the details to you. Before I get into it, please take a second to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, get notified of everything that we're doing. We've got a new segment where we're doing business news that you can use, which has been very helpful for a lot of people. And let's get into it. With the most recent stimulus package that was signed by President Biden, there was $350 billion that was sent out to different state and local municipalities. Okay? Every state got money. The money was based on the population. California got the most. Texas got a ton. New York got a ton, Florida got a ton, and so on. It just went down. Some states that had lower populations, Montana, Iowa, places like that, got less money. But the one good thing about this is that these states have the ability to do with this money what they want. And part of doing, using that money is that they can disseminate it to the citizens of that state in the form of stimulus checks. Now, 2 states have already done this. Maryland has done it, and California has done it. California has just announced that they're going to increase this amount even more, and they've started with $600. Basically, it was half the population in California was going to get it. Governor Newsom has just upped that to where now it's up to 78% of the people are going to get an additional check from $600 to $1,200 that they're going to get based on their income. And again, this is not taxable income. This would be in the form of a stimulus payment, grant, whatever you want to call it. The cool thing about this is that it's based on your income. The lowest income earners, if someone made under $30,000 in this state, they would be eligible for it. But there's a sliding scale, and if they made more money or they were self-employed, they would get it. The federal government did something smart with the program where they said, hey, if you have people that experienced unemployment or potential homelessness or lost their job and couldn't work, whether they were self-employed, we want some of this money to be disseminated to the citizens of your state. So the cool thing about that is this is a use it or lose it kind of thing. And I'll give you an idea with this channel, with what we do on grants. There's a lot of states that have been very proactive when it's come to grant money. I'm going to give you a couple examples. Washington State has been amazing. They're on their 4th round of small business stimulus grants. So they've gotten money. So instead of giving it back to the federal government, they've given it to the small businesses. Arizona's been another great state that has done this. Nevada's been good. And again, I'm just singling out a few, not trying to go through 50 states. But what's going to happen is that your state is going to get a tremendous amount of money coming their way, and most likely they're going to distribute it to each and every member of the state. Now, one thing I want to touch on real quick is, there's been a lot of stories, a lot of things written to me, letters, emails, comments on videos about universal basic income and that, Dan, you're an imbecile. That's my word I like to use. I think I was called an idiot and other things. But we're going to get universal basic income the first week of March. There is nothing. There is no proof of this. There is no way of verifying this in any way. And the challenge that I always give these people is send me the news article, send me the source that you're getting, and I'm just told that I'm a liar and I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm the guy reading 20-some newspapers a day trying to get this information for you. And one thing that's happened is the U.S. Treasury Department has just issued a guidance on spending this money. And this is beautiful because this money has to be disseminated to people in the states. There is not talk of a federal 4th stimulus check. There's been petitions signed, the change.org petition about giving people $2,000 a month until the pandemic's over. If you guys haven't noticed, the Republicans want to get rid of the pandemic unemployment. They want this thing to be over with, okay? So whether it is, whether it's not, I'm not going to argue that. What I'm going to argue is there is no 4th stimulus check on the horizon, traditional. The state money, though, you've got to look out for this, because Maryland and California, there's going to be many other states that are going to follow this, because they just can't keep the money and spend it willy-nilly on whatever they want. They have to give it back to their constituents. If people have experienced housing insecurities, potential homelessness, not been able to pay rent, this money is set aside in addition to the rent moratorium money. This is money to give to people. And again, it ranges from, on the low end, $600 to $1,400 is the highest figure that I've heard. And again, if you are unemployed, if you are in a lower income area in your state, and every state's got them, it doesn't matter if you're in California, New York, Florida, everybody has a state area that is considered lower income. So if you live in those areas, you have the potential to get this money, and will be more details coming. Let me show you some of this right now. It looks like most states will follow the California guidelines, and that is pretty simple. And that is, if you were eligible for the Earned Income Tax Credit, you were lower income, you would get the $600. If you had income that was below as an individual for $75,000 or less, then you would be eligible for this stimulus check between $600 and $1,200. If you have children, you still get the earned credit and the child tax credit for that. This is completely separate from that. So this would be an extra bonus check that you would get, and they're going to start sending these out in California, but you're going to see other states that are going to follow based on this guideline. Now, here's the key to this, and that is that you're going to have to have filed a 2020 tax return. For California, you have to have lived in the state, the majority of the state, and file a California income tax return as well. So again, if you are not a person that has to file an income tax return, and you are in the lowest of income level, and you're eligible for things like recovery rebate and things like that to get your stimulus check, they're going to basically, you won't have to do anything. They're just going to send you the money. And hopefully other states will follow on this. These guidelines have not been laid out in all 50 states. You're starting to see other states do this, like Maryland and California, but they're going to do this fairly quickly. Now, California's state tax agency is called the Franchise Tax Board. They have the FTB waiting list portal that basically tells you, based on when you filed your taxes, when you would get your additional $600 check. This is tax week. Taxes are due unless you filed an extension. You're going to start to see this money be disseminated fairly quickly. They're talking 4 to 6 weeks on an average for California. Other states are going to follow suit because this money's been released to the other states. Now that tax day has passed, you're going to start to see this money be disseminated and fairly quickly to people. The California Franchise Tax Board has a website where you can get questions answered in regards to things like your stimulus payment. Your state, every state has this, and they've got timelines, what's expected. You need to file a 2020 tax return, who's eligible. They've got all the questions answered and how much it can be. In California, it's between $600 and $1,200. Are you contacting us about Golden State payment? Here's how you can get it. Here's when you'll get it. After you file your 2020 tax returns, up to 3 weeks if you e-file, up to 4 weeks for paper file. Businesses, up to 4 months. Paper files, 4 months as well. Now, again, simple guidelines. Check your own state. See what you guys can find out, and good luck. You're going to start to see these states come up with these figures on how they're going to spend this money. Maryland, $3.9 billion of this money went to low-income earners. You're going to start to see other states use this. Louisiana wants to fix the water problem that they have in their state. Oregon's working on mental health, but you're going to see money be given to individuals as well, just like the California program. I hope this is helpful. Again, if you have questions, please reach out. I'll be happy to answer anything that I can. The email list, you can join our email list. It's below. If you want to join our Patreon list, you can join that too. Please like the video, hit the subscribe button. And it's going to be interesting to see how this comes out. One thing good about this channel is you get all the comments and people send me news stories. So if there's anything breaking on your state and you guys hear anything new, like California, Maryland, and these other states that are getting this money, This money has to be spent, okay? And they're going to spend it on the citizen of each state, okay? Hopefully they're going to give this money out to rebates. It's kind of funny. They talk about states that have good budgets are going to send the money out, and California's a terrible budget. We've got a real problem with taxes and with people leaving the state, but they're still giving the money out to the individuals. Please let me know your thoughts. Please like, share, hit the subscribe button. I will see you guys very soon, and I will talk to you soon.